Here we go. First cast in a while on Alloy from the ranked 1v1 map pool. We've got Xankar in red on the north spawn here against Nimzo in orange on the south. Both players going bots first into a sort of air and bots air mix build there from Nimzo, straight into air second from Xankar, into again another bot there further down the line. Alloy being Alloy, you have quite a large spawn on the North Pole, so you can choose to spawn in the middle with a nice defensible 4, or you can spawn on the edge with a little bit less metal to start with, but potentially closer to a point that you want to get to. Xankar here, opening out with boombots, going to be looking for some Fabber snipes, I'm sure. And there you can see his Q moving towards those 4, slightly easier to protect metal there later in his queue. Meanwhile, Nimzo preparing a spark drop here, the Spark and Pelican, coming straight out of there. Again, triple fab, Firefly to join with that to see ahead if there are any fabbers expanding. And Xankar here stationing a hummingbird with those fabbers. Will that be enough? We'll have to keep an eye on that. Xankar getting a nice scout there to see where Nimzo has spawned. Sees he's spawned in the middle. As you would, and we can see that Nimzo here is setting up a proxy towards the middle there. Here we go. Firefly coming in. It's going to see some fabbers there. Nimzo going to try and drop it, but he doesn't quite manage to get that off. That was a little unfortunate. By the way, guys, how is the game volume for you? Let me know in stream chat. And if needs be, I can always boost it a little bit. What is... Okay. This doesn't look like Fabber snipes to me. This looks like cheese. This looks like big cheese. Really thumping great big cheese. There we go. Xankar is on a mission. Boombot pushing his comm away. Seems low. Interesting. I'll check it after this game, but it's on max on my levels. What is he planning to do? Is that Nimzo or is that a Xankar proxy? I wonder. I almost wonder. Let's have a look, see if we can see where... Oh no, he's just going to this 6 here. He's going to try and get established at this equatorial 6. Meantime, actually, what I can do in the meantime is boost it in OBS a little bit for you. So hopefully that's a bit louder. But we don't want it too loud, so just let me know if it ever does get so. Meanwhile, in our pictures we can see how the bases continue to develop. Nimzo now moving towards the edge of his spawn ring, off in a different direction again, and expanding to some defensible mech sites there. Here we go, Xankar still pushing in, moving long beyond the 6 equatorial mechs there, gradually getting towards his T2 construction. What is... I don't even... Nimzo's going to have to respond to this. He's got plenty of docks here, which will more than protect his comm from the boombots. The question is, can Xankar establish this here, get some docks and sparks of his own out to deal with this, and then go and snipe the comm afterwards? Looks like a bunch of walls are coming up here from Nimzo in preparation for some comm snipage. Not snipage, sorry, dueling. Some nice turrets there. We'll deal with that. And a pelter. Very nice preemptive pelter. Tiny bit, says Bringer of Flighters. Tiny bit. The pelter's really nice because if the commander does now decide to stroll in, him being slow as he is, will get severely damaged by that pelter on his way to doing that that comm duel. Bunch of docks over here though, streaming from Xankar's base. That's a nice amount of metal that will just get gobbled up by Nimzo down there. Again, not a lot going on in the base from either player. Nimzo almost ready to move up to T2 straight away and preparing some boombots in case he sees an opportunity to snipe Xankar's comm. He's just going to chill out there, you know? Just get a couple of extra fabs. Maybe need a few more P-gens. He's struggling a little bit for power. But In all measures, he's actually doing quite well. He's got a lot of expansion, but he needs to defend against Nimzo. I'm going to try and raid with this force of docks over there. Now, what I'm going to do on the picture-in-picture is just keep an eye between those two there. That you can see in picture-in-picture if people do start running. What's going to come in? Could do a little bit of damage here with a spark as well. Probably take down 2 mechs. Not a lot else going on in the base. We have got a few bumblebees coming out, so that should be able to defend quite nicely. The front line's not a lot again. Still raiding Nimzo's stuff on the platforms there, as we can see a few boombots strolling around a little bit. Nimzo going to try and micro these to keep Xankar distracted, using his air on the south pole there, just to keep an eye on what's going on. Strolling in here, managing to disrupt things quite handily. A couple of fabbers completely running away, and there we go. Gives up on those. Puts his attention straight back to his base, where his T2 is halfway complete now. Xankar's hasn't even begun. This is hazardous for Xankar here. If we get this T2 out, we're going to have some gillies. At least that's what I would pick as my first choice. They would do better in a comm duel, but of course slammers are always good as well. Possibly even Blue Hawks, but I'd go slammers against a bot army. But here we go. A nice skitter pairing with this. That'll allow him to see any mines. Xankar's clearly comboxed with Nimzo before. Knows what to prepare for. I like all of these vehicle factories on the front lines. It's just a case of whether he can make sure that they actually produce enough. But there we go. We have our T2 out. We've got our slammers, foregoing the fabricators completely. And as is meta at the moment, using fabbers to boost out your T2 rather than building extra or going for eco. Just get everything assisting so that your T2 factory isn't drawing eco for very long. There we go. Already 2 slammers on the battlefield, almost 3 there. Scouts over, sees that the commander's not there any longer. Where is it? I think he just about saw him running away there. But Nimzo smells an opportunity. Load of boombots on the run. Oh wow. Xankar really struggling with this the boombot racing. Here we go. Docks forward against ants. That is nasty. Ooh. Uh-oh. 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 Xankar. Oh, no. That was disgusting. Oh, that was disgraceful. Send in 1 or 2 boombots at a time against a boombot army. You'll get infinitely better trades than whatever that was. That was not nice. But the proxy is down and the slammers are moving in and there's not a lot here to deal with it. Xankar hightailing it as fast as his boombots will carry him. Meanwhile, Nimzo preparing the build here with the gillies coming in. Expanding on the other side of the planet there, just about keeping up with the metal incomes. Xankar, though, doing some nice expansion, keeping ahead by about 20. The equatorial metal here, though, taking a beating, will knock him down a peg. Nice bomber raids and passes there. Nimzo being an absolute pain with how he's splitting up all of these docks. Slammers 2. While he knows that he doesn't necessarily have the air to be able to counter that of Xankar at the moment, he knows that he can micro enough on the ground to make it irritating enough to deal with. And there we go. Xankar is now level pegging with Nimzo in the eco game, if not Nimzo now starting to get a little bit ahead with his momentum. Expansion now in a couple of different directions. Nimzo will take the lead very shortly. Uh-oh. Down they go. Into the little trench there. A little bit of scouting from Nimzo. Seeing what he can see. Why not? Taking out what he can. Continuing to pump out that T2 again. Still no T2 eco. So this is my first real introduction to seeing... I keep hearing rumours that T2 eco is just not a thing anymore. And this is my first time seeing it firsthand at a high level, so... yeah, look at the eco. It's managing it just fine. With that boosting. Building looks like pure spinners there out of that vehicle factory to support these ghillies and slammers. Very nice combo there. Ratio, I think, is the word I was looking for. You got 1 or 2 slammers to raid in different locations. Done a really good job there of knocking Xankar down by a healthy dose of metal. Xankar's T2 now, though, up and ready again, also assisting that out rather than going for the T2 Fab and Eco. Will he have enough to deal with Nimzo's force by the time it arrives? Yes. Nimzo seems to have paused his assault. Keeping up with the boombot production, I wonder why. Fab's getting... picked off there again. Galata just about handling it. So now, though, exploiting a little bit of weak air micro there to take out a couple of those bumblebees. Nice moves there, and adapting his build queue to include more air factories now to try and win back this air game. Up into 3 air factories playing against 2. So he will get back into it. Both players, notably, going for air fabs, seeing if they can get some cheeky expansions in different locations. And we've got some slammers in Pelicans here from Xankar. What are these strats? I mean, he's going to drop it right in the back of the base, and that's really nice, but... Alright, Nimzo. Ping yourself. That's up to you entirely. Here we go. Scouting with the hummingbirds. Coming in with the slammers. Gonna drop them, or are you gonna lose them all? Well, we got 3 down, which is enough to do a little bit of damage, but we could have had more done. And Nimzo, of course, with his build of trying desperately to get back into the air game, does not really have bumblebees coming out. Looks like a couple have been control queued here. Are we gonna have air fabs reclaiming these slammers? Looks like it. Dirty tactics. Ooh. As soon as they stop moving, the air fabs will catch up and start chewing away. Oh. What's going on there? Are they going to? Doesn't look like it, but the bumblebee has come out. Few mech sites there threatened by those slammers. Not too many. I would have split them up personally if it was me. But some damage is better than none. Can't sniff at that. Xankar now pushing in on a different front, right where Nimzo's comm is. Nimzo should be able to defend that very, very nicely. Loads and loads of bumblebees. Only 1 spinner in that vehicle blob. Slightly vulnerable to air. Ooh, Xankar getting a scout off this force here. This is quite a healthy force of T2 coming into a not so well defended frontier. Could this be the push? Again, Nimzo waiting, biding his time. What for? More units, perhaps? Maybe a bit of intel? Maybe a diversion? Possibly the latter. We've got boombots doing the raiding on the other side, which is very nice to see. And it is forcing Xankar's units to be rather confused. They do not know where to hold from. And he sees this force coming up on here and realizes, actually, this is the bigger threat right now. It's closer. But that gives these docks and these slammers the opportunity to come in from the other side, especially if this does not go well for Xankar. Fortunately for Xankar, he's had a really good trade there. And now has chance to reroute back to the other side of his base and defend. Nimzo now, though, with the locusts. We see the change. The bumblebees coming out now with ever greater numbers of hummingbirds. Nimzo, with his superior number of air factories, will start to catch up and get forward in the air game. Looks like Xankar has built an additional couple though. So it still is all to play for. What? I'm sorry? What? Alright. If you say so. I don't know if that's gonna work. The base is gone. It's an all or nothing. The T2's gone. Never had a T2 fab. What's that? Can Xankar make this happen? He's got the air. He can deal with the bumblebees if he's clever with this, but he's... terrible trades! Goad over the spinners. It's better than nothing. We got... What is it? I've never seen radar creep before. This is the most offensive strategy we'll see all night. Radar creeping. There we go. Split them up. Slimmers? Spinners there. Desperately trying to stay alive. Scaring off those bumblebees. And now he's given Nimzo a chance to completely regroup there. And those numbers look awfully nasty. Xankar cannot pull this off. There is no way unless Nimzo decides to just play with his food and make a hash of it. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know what I'm watching. Does anybody else? Oh, that's the GG. Come on, where's the Ruby Cannon, Xankar? Show us what you're made of. No, that wasn't very good. Nor was that. 2 shots, 2 misses. And that's what you get for it. Xankar there. That was a thing. That was a thing. GG's.